Hi guys, D4F, and I am going to build the next Voyager ATV. This time it will be hopefully a bit more successful. The last time the team that tried to get down the Earth had to dock with the passenger module to get them down because I could not figure out how to land it, seeing as I don't have enough fuel to land it. So, yeah. So here I'm kind of aiming for a little bit of more fuel. So I'm kind of putting a tug on as well. That's going to boost me up to there. Oh, how did I get that? I don't. Stop. And then I'm going to get a payload, put the usual payload in. That's fine, I can always put the boosters on. So I'm going to put 2 batteries, 2 H2Os, 2 CO2s, and 2 oxygen. And then, oh no, I didn't get the oxygen in. There we go. And then I'm going to go for a big fairing. That's not going to launch very well, so I'm going to go for a couple solid rocket boosters. And then that's going to get me up. That does nothing. It does nothing, yeah. So that's going to get me up to 83%. And then what I'm going to do is put this there. And then put the little passenger ATV vehicle on here. And then H2O, battery, oxygen, CO2, and then this will be the last Voyager that will show you around the solar system. Saturn was the last planet it went to, including Mars, so that's going to get us up to about 100%. So now we are going to launch, and then this time we are going to from Earth to PUR, which is a big purple planet, although I'm not going to spoil the whole thing for you. I actually went exploring earlier on when I was building rockets, and I got this game, so got it. Okay, and launched. As you can see, it takes quite a while to get up into space. Itch on my ear, there we go. And then, yeah, these boosters help me get up there quicker and save fuel. So those boosters are going to decouple right now. And as you can see, those boosters got me up to half of the way there. And then I'm just going to decouple that, start the rotation, because I started a bit late. Stop. Because I started it a bit late. And then this will hopefully get it up into orbit. Slowly but surely. As you can see, we are 18 minutes into this mission. This is the same mission, just have to send another ship up there to explore the inner planets, including us. Earth is one of the inner planets. As you can see, I'm out of fuel, and that is kind of weird. So I'm just going to coast all the way until I get up to here. So as you can see, we are going to go to PUR. So I just decoupled that final booster stage so that we can go ahead and maneuver in orbit until we get to the PUR's orbit. Okay, as you can see, we are in PUR's orbit, and I kind of fixed that problem that I had. And I'm just going to slow it down a bit, because I'm going too fast. And as you can see, we are on almost a perfect trajectory to PUR, 840 units away. It's a big journey, but we'll make it. As you can see, I'm going to do my best to conserve fuel this mission, seeing as we used booster fuel to get back. It's quite a challenge, so I had to program the computer to do it for me, which was pretty hard. As you can see, we are making our final trajectory points to make it into PUR. And I have, sorry, that was a car. And I haven't really explored this place much, PUR. I just got to it once and, saw it was purple. And I said it'd be nice to explore something like that. It might be a gas giant, but you know what I mean. So, yeah. As you can see, it turned green, which means we're getting closer, and our trajectory is locked onto the planet. As you can see, PUR is just a bit further from Mars than Earth is. So, yeah. Yeah. As you can see, we're 300 units, 200 units away from PUR. So I'm just going to adjust the trajectory a bit more. Hopefully that's enough. Okay, it turned orange, which means we will be seeing it in our sights soon. Oh, that didn't work. It's not working out so well, huh? As you can see, it's that small purple planet that you can see coming into the distance at the moment. So, yeah. Okay, as you can see, we have succeeded orbit, and a few more coordinates have popped up on our screen. BLU and SOL. SOL I'm thinking is a sun, because, solar, soul, and I'm thinking BLU is Venus or something like that. You never know, but you know what I mean. And we aren't going to go to SOL until we know what it is. We are going to go to BLU. We have 8 minutes left. I am going to send a module up to resupply and dock with it and resupply the fuel, because I wasn't really lengthy with the fuel. And this time, instead of keeping it on there, I am going to undock it once I refuel the entire thing. And then deconstruct it and keep the crew on there. And then once that becomes good, then we can finally make it back into Earth's orbit, send a thing up there to take it back down to Earth, and then, yeah, it's gonna be just fine. So seeing as I want to conserve fuel, I'm all about conserving fuel, I am going to put a couple rocket boosters on to make it to make it get up there faster and conserve fuel. So now I'm just going to wait for the countdown to become good. Now you see those rockets wiggling, and then once you see those orange things turned on, that's my cue to hold down the button and wait for it to warm up. As soon as it warms up, the launch clamps start to retract, and we start launching into space. As you can see on the bar on the right, it goes up a lot faster if the boosters are on there. As you can see, it will need us to tilt, otherwise known as roll. I like to call it the gravity turn because it's like it can't tilt without gravity. So, engine cutoff is approaching, and we are going to decouple these few stages and start secondary engine burn. And then we are going to get back into the green part of our area, and then we are going to start engine cutoff and let us cruise up into orbit. Then decouple the fairings, zoom out, then start trajectory to PUR. Okay, as you can see, we are going on a full trajectory to PUR. Now, this red line doesn't usually line up correctly. You just have to get it to where it's pretty close so that it will self-correct itself using the advanced computers on board. Now, as you can see, we are starting our descent because we have to start it about 40 minutes early, because it takes like 40 minutes for the computer transmission to come back from Earth. So we are going to have to slow down our descent and then wait patiently for the planet to come in. As you can see, if we don't make it into the same orbit as the ATV, we will have the higher orbits and dock with the ATV. Hopefully this all happens smoothly and it goes according to plan. Okay, as you can see, we are pretty much about to reach the planet. It just turned green, which means that we are closer than we have been before. So once it turns orange, we are going to have to start to plan our orbital maneuvering based on the trajectory we made. If the trajectory we made is perfect and sound, we will hopefully make it into the correct orbit we need to be in. I'm just going to zoom out here. As you can see, it is just about to turn orange. It's just 7 seconds. Now it turned orange. So we are going to have to fix our trajectory a little bit. That is depending on if our line is going straight through the planet. Depending on where our trajectory is. Okay, there's PUR. It just takes a while to load in for partial reason. As you can see, it's blinking over there. So it depends on which orbit we go in. So by the looks of this, we are going to be in high orbit. Either that or miss. So we are in high orbit, which means we need to think about lowering our orbit. So we need to see the speed of this compared to this. So it looks like it's about the same speed. So they'll hold the same position no matter where they are. So now we are going to have to start lowering our orbit. We have to line up the red lines in order to dock with it. Okay, there we go. Now we need to higher our orbit a bit. There we go. Now that we start going in the same orbital velocity as it, we are going to check the speeds, and it looks like this one is going slightly slower. So we are going, oh. Fail. Okay, it looks like we're going to have to launch a new one. Good thing that one was computer operated. So now we are going to delete the resupply module, and then launch a new resupply module, seeing as that did not go as planned. So as you can see, once you tap on it, you'll see the light power, lifting power. This lifting power is a bit more powerful than this one, but fuel capacity is the same. So we need this one to lift the thing. So as you can see, we'll see the lifting power of these. They're about the same, so we'll see the lifting power of this. This is about different. So then we are going to start to put more packaging in there in order to refill the oxygen supplies of the ATV. Now, as you can see, we are going to put our fairings on and look at the lifting capacity of the boosters. The boosters will get it all the way up into space faster, and it will lift a lot more. As you can see, we go to space station parts. We will be building a space station later on with the space station tug we have here. And the space station tug was meant to dock with other things and tug it to the little area. Okay, so that was a bit of a tour of the menu here, and now we're going to launch because we have no time to spare. Now we are starting at -0 minutes, so we are going to launch, and now once you wait for the orange things to light up, you're not only conserving fuel, you are going for a much faster velocity speed. So once I get this into orbit of the Earth, we are going to have to probably stop the episode there, because we are about 18 minutes in, and the episode, oops, I did not mean to let go, and the episode has to stop there. So we have approached engine cutoff. We are going to separate the stages and start the engine burn for the second stage. Now, once we get into orbit, I am going to decouple the fairings. So first, I am going to approach engine cutoff, and then just cruise on to the altitude we need to be at. Now, once we are in orbit, we are going to have to decouple the fairings and zoom out. As you can see, we are 19 minutes into our episode. So now we are going to have to stop the episode in 30 seconds. So, once we start the next episode, I am going to start the trajectory to PUR. Dock with the ATV and refuel. As you know, we need to make this as accurate as we have to, in order for the mission to work successfully. PUR seems to be having a very light gravity, which is why the orbit is faster than the we usually have. Anyway, this is about the end of the episode here, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!